I'm Clarice Tinsley, live in Santa Monica. Cowboys fans bid on a chance to see the big game in person.
I'm John Criswell.
And I'm Julia Jackson. Also ahead, Governor Richards calls for basic health care insurance for all Texans.
And he's passing himself off as a prince, but who is he? I'm Richard Ray in Fort Worth. Tonight's Texas Lotto numbers and Night Beat are next.
I can't keep a secret. So when I heard Lipton Recipe Soup Mix changed its name to Lipton Recipe Secrets because it makes terrific recipes, I had to tell Joan.
They did more than change the name. Now there's a new flavor, savory herb with garlic, made specially for chicken. I couldn't keep that to myself.
We love chicken, and those herbs, a touch of garlic, makes any chicken taste, well, see for yourself.
Lipton Recipe Secrets, the secret worth passing around.
Richard Gere.
Do you love me?
Jodie Foster.
You are not my husband.
She knew his face, his touch. She knew everything about him, but the truth.
You are not Jack Summersby, so why do you keep going on pretending that you are?
How do you know I'm not?
I know because...
How do you know?
I know because I never loved him the way that I love you.
Summersby, rated PG-13, starts Friday, February 5th at a theater near you.
Everybody needs some money sometime.
Only Western Union can get money to over 16,000 locations in minutes. Nobody else even comes close. Western Union, the fastest way to send money.
New Airwick Airwaves, the air freshening system you control.
Turn it on.
Turn it up.
Turn it up.
Way up.
Way up.
Turn it down.
Turn it down.
Way down.
Way down.
Completely adjustable Airwick Airwaves, the advanced air freshening system.
Ex-cops Tina McKay and Holly Williams are too hot to handle.
If I want you to kiss me, you'll know it.
Tonight on CBS Late Night, watch out for dangerous curves. This is CBS.
Choosing between the Lexus ES300 and the Acura Vigor GS is a lot like playing musical chairs. Because while both cars have front and rear crumple zones and anti-lock brakes, only the Acura Vigor GS comes standard with airbags on both the driver's and passenger side. And even a dummy knows what that means.
Give me the box. When you want big chicken from a big name in a big way, come to Grandy's and say, give me the box. Give me the box. Hurry on down, because you can get 10 bigger, better pieces of chicken, 2 big servings of our great-tasting veggies, and 8 fresh-baked rolls for only $8.99. A meal big enough to feed 4. So, if you want chicken that's too big for a bucket, come to Grandy's and say, give me the box. Fast food that doesn't taste fast. The box.
From Channel 4, here are tonight's winning Lotto Texas numbers. This is Channel 4, KDFW TV, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Tonight, Emmitt Smith gets a chance to show his breakaway speed as he dodges autograph hounds.
This is News 4 Texas Night Beat.
Tonight's first curfew will catch up with Emmitt and the rest of the Cowboys in just a few hours. As for their fans, they are taking no breaks. No curfews for them. With the big game just 4 days away, momentum is building here in California and back home in North Texas as well. Let's begin our team coverage of the Cowboys in the Super Bowl with John and Julia back in Dallas.
Oh, Clarice, you wouldn't believe the excitement here.
Armed with cash, credit cards, and checkbooks, hundreds of Cowboys fans vied for a ticket to the big game.
Did they ever? Night Beat's Dale Shornack reports.
It's just the ticket for fans who didn't think they'd be able to get one. An auction with 120 Super Bowl tickets on the block. Some desperate Cowboys fans say they came here to bid because they can't afford the high prices scalpers are demanding.
It's like the scalpers are taking over in this town, and I'm sick of it, so this is like our last chance.
Woody Margozowitz sat in the crowd fuming. He's angry because season ticket holders like himself got stuck with lousy seats in the end zone.
You would think that the season ticket holders that support him during the season would have gotten some decent seats.
He's hoping to score some seats closer to the 50-yard line. About 300 people showed up for this first ever auction of Super Bowl tickets. Auctioneer David Stevens got the idea just a few days ago.
I actually was driving by Texas Stadium on the way back to my office and saw the line, and I knew what they were doing is picking up their tickets. Thinking a lot of those people probably aren't going to the game, they're just looking to cash in.
Tickets from the end zone to the 50-yard line went on the block, and bidders were pleased with the prices. You paid $365 for a ticket?
$365, that's right.
Is that a good price? You like that price?
Great price. I mean, I checked around all around the country today, and they were going anywhere from $450 to $500 for the end zone.
Are you satisfied with the price?
Yeah, I'm satisfied with it. I'd be more satisfied at $175 face value, but I'm satisfied that I'm going to the game, yes.
What did you pay for your tickets?
$400.
They took a short break in the auction, but it's just about to get started here again tonight at the DoubleTree Hotel in North Dallas. These tickets came from fans who, for whatever reason, weren't going to use theirs. Now, face value of a Super Bowl ticket is $175, but here tonight, end zone seats are being auctioned for about $360, about $700 for seats in the midfield, and that's still hundreds of dollars cheaper than what you'd pay a scalper. Well, Clarice Tinsley is live right now in Santa Monica, and have tickets will travel, Clarice. A lot of happy Cowboys fans are going to be headed your way real quick.
Hey, we'll be happy to see them, Dale, and it sounds like that's where the bargains are tonight with you.
Yeah,
you know, here in California, the media is surrounding the Cowboys. It happened again today. Craig James joins us live. And Craig, how much longer can this go on?
I don't know. It's killing me, these early press conferences. Actually, there's only one more that they will have. That's tomorrow morning, and then the players are free from the media until after the game, unless I catch them in the lobby, and then they're mine. You know, there are only so many questions you can ask. So with the Cowboys about to begin their first curfew tonight, everyone wanted to know, do the players like a curfew?
I think it's great. I think that we need one.
Players are used to being regimented. They're used to having, you know, coaches tell them where to go and what to do. And so I think they're looking forward to having a curfew. And there'll probably be a couple of them try to break it.
Now, before they go to their curfew tonight, we'll have a couple of players, 3 players come by. Jim Jeffcoat, Vincent Smith. They will be excellent. And then our Super Bowl analyst, Bill Bates, he'll join me as well.
They're pumped.
They are pumped. So are you. So am I. Everybody is. That's why tickets are $600.
It's Pump City. Thank you, Craig. Well, you know, speaking of being pumped, the fans here are just absolutely incredible. You can see the love and the loyalty that they have on their faces for the Dallas Cowboys. We know how fans back home feel about the Cowboys, but what about people in the host city? So we came here to Legends, a well-known local sports bar, to find out.
For many, many years, the Cowboys trained here in Los Angeles at Thousand Oaks, and there's still a lot of Cowboy fans out here, and there's always been a lot of feeling for the team in Los Angeles.
I think it's going to be a good game, but I think Dallas might have the edge. And I think because they're younger and they're a little hungry, and I like Jimmy Johnson.
I think Jim Kelly's going to be on it with his receivers. I'm saying maybe 42-24 Bills.
At the Cowboys Hotel, a brave Bills fan deep in enemy territory.
Close game. I think Buffalo will win it on their kicking game, because I think Christie is a better kicker than your young man. You guys got a young team, and the only reason I'm betting on Christie is because he's got a little more experience.
But the final word goes to Mr. Cub, Dallas native Ernie Banks.
Dallas, 27-10. 27-10 Dallas.
It's great to see him, and it was a thrill for me to meet Mr. Cub. You know, as big of a sports legend as he is looking very much forward to meeting Michael Irvin and Troy Aikman. Well, still ahead tonight, a Super Bowl flashback. Bill Bates takes us into the Cowboys film room, and we're going to get serious with Emmitt Smith. Stay right where you are on Channel 4, your Dallas Cowboys station.
Okay, Clarice, back to you very shortly. Meantime, topping our other news tonight, Governor Ann Richards outlines a no new taxes budget in her State of the State message.
And you know what happens next? The budget battle begins to pay for her programs. Night Beat's Ken Capps reports.
Incredible to me.
The governor's State of the State address spoke of tight budget times, but a time not to forget those in need. And the top priority in this $68 billion proposal, $50 million to immunize low-income kids around Texas.
It is incredible to me that we can find the money to inoculate cattle, but we have not found the money to inoculate the children.
The governor says one $20 shot can save thousands of health care dollars. The governor also wants every Texan to have access to insurance, and she wants to restore $32 million in funding for AIDS victims. Senator Royce West of Dallas isn't sure other North Texas lawmakers will agree.
I think that with the governor at the helm, we have to make sure that Health and Human Services stay in place.
From keeping our kids healthy to keeping our kids in school. The governor is calling for more than $600 million for public education. $300 million of that were teachers' pay raises. Some lawmakers are asking if we can afford that.
You get that back tenfold in what they are able to give to the children.
That pay raise is a campaign promise by the governor. Now lawmakers try to keep all of their promises while promising not to raise your taxes. In Austin, Ken Capps, News 4 Texas, Night Beat.
And tomorrow, State Comptroller John Sharp is going to release a report on how state agencies can save millions of dollars.
Now updating another story, Dallas Housing Director Alfonso Jackson is talking reconciliation, while Dallas City Councilman Paul Fielding is still pressing assault charges against him. Fielding says Jackson shoved him during an argument last week, causing a black eye. Jackson still denies it, but says he wants the matter resolved.
It's not important to decide what occurred, who did, or what. That's not the issue. The issue is how can we resolve this as two public servants, people who want the best for the city of Dallas. To me, that's the most important thing.
I'm still waiting to hear from Mr. Jackson. He's not made any effort to contact me. As far as I know, he's still denying that the incident happened. And the district attorney has filed a criminal complaint.
Fielding says he will drop the charges only if Jackson resigns his post.
Governor Richards and the Texas legislature are being urged tonight to quickly change the way some Texas counties elect their judges. An appeals court in New Orleans today struck down the system for electing judges at large in a number of counties, including Tarrant and Dallas. The judges ruled that countywide elections in the targeted areas discriminate against black and Hispanic voters. Those who filed the suit tonight are urging quick action from Austin.
What we intend to do is to try to work out a settlement whereby we can change from at-large county elections to elections of judges by smaller districts, so that when a black or Hispanic voter goes to vote for a judge of their choice, that choice is not overwhelmed by the white majority.
The High Court has given Texas 180 days to come up with a non-discriminatory way to elect judges. But in less than a minute, you could win $16 million.
Could you ever, Rich? That's the payoff in tonight's Texas Lotto jackpot. And here are tonight's winning numbers for you. 4, 12, 17, 25, 35, and 42. All right, hope you're a winner.
Good luck.
Speaking of luck, our luck's about to run out weather-wise.
Mike Berger joins us with a not-so-winning forecast. Just ahead, plus, who is he? Some North Texans want to know after this man presented himself as a prince.
And sold. First City banks get new ownership. Details just ahead around our world in a minute.
You're watching News 4 Texas Night Beat with Clarice Tinsley, John Criswell, Mike Berger's weather, and Craig James on sports.
Coming up later in sports, Bill Bates and the Cowboy teammates have been watching a lot of film on the Buffalo Bills. We'll tell you what they're finding out.
Hit music, 106.1 KISS FM. On the streets of Dallas-Fort Worth now.
It's a brand new radio station.
They play all my favorite songs.
It's hip music.
It's hip.
106.1 KISS FM.
You've got to hear it.
Whitney Houston. Michael Bolton.
Boys to Men. Hey, I want my Kiss. Kiss FM.
Bobby Brown.
You too.
Madonna. It's hot.
I told all my friends. So listen now.
Hit music, 106.1 KISS FM.
Circuit City's low price guarantee means we'll beat any price on great top brands, like this Packard Bell 486 SX computer, just $799.97. This GE 20-inch TV, just $199.97. This GE VCR, just $179.97. And this Kelvinator 19 cubic foot refrigerator, just $449.97. We'll beat any price, guaranteed.
Welcome to Circuit City, where service is state of the art.
Before Tom Thumb specials, to make ends meet, I had to do a little, well, you know.
This week at Tom Thumb, we're on a roll. Kleenex bathroom tissue is only 59 cents. Don't air your dirty laundry in public. Clean it up with Tide Ultra Detergent, now $4.99. And try to contain yourself. Rubbermaid Serve and Savers are 50% off this week.
Yep, with Tom Thumb specials, it's easy to keep my budget balanced.
One test drive looks pretty much like another, huh? When you test drive the luxurious 93 Nissan Maxima, you'll find every exceptional feature you ever dreamed of, including an exceptional value. Maybe that's why it's been acclaimed by car magazines and owners alike. Now get a Maxima GXE for $279. Just get to your Nissan dealer this weekend. Nissan, it's time to expect more from a car.
A mysterious prince from the east takes a North Texas town by storm.
Rich, his sudden interest in Sherman sparked promises of millions of dollars to charities. But Night Beat's Bud Gillette found it was literally too good to be true.
He was supposedly a prince from Saudi Arabia, Rancon bin Faisal Abdulaziz Al Saud, temporarily based in Tarrant County for an Alliance Airport project, but interested in a helicopter commute to a quiet home, like Sherman.
I'm planning on making it my executive residence here.
The prince wanted to invest in his new community. Overnight, he became a civic and media darling.
He toured charities. He was seen on television. He even landed himself on the front page of the Sherman Democrat.
He had a special affinity for the Crisis Center, a shelter for battered women.
He seemed to be very genuinely interested and concerned. He talked with the children a longer time than a lot of dignitaries that come through here. He was going to give the Crisis Center $1.5 million.
Cook's family hosted the prince in their home for 4 days, but she and others quietly checked his background. The Immigration Service knew Rancon. He's in this country illegally, they say, and late Tuesday, they arrested him.
I don't think anyone was surprised. I think everyone kind of had a suspicion from the beginning, everyone who met him.
Rancon committed no crime in Sherman, but while authorities now know who he's not, they still don't know who he really is. Bud Gillette, News 4 Texas, Night Beat.
Well, right now, Rancon is on a bus to an INS processing center in South Texas, where he'll be held while the agency tries to deport him.
Turning now to world and national headlines, Congress and the administration are discussing a 6-month delay in an executive order lifting a ban on gays in the military, as we take you around the rest of our world in a minute. A fired Fireman's Fund insurance employee walked into a company cafeteria and began shooting, killing 3 men and critically wounding 2 women. The gunman then killed himself. In Sarajevo, at least 6 people died and more than 50 were hurt in the heaviest shelling in weeks. Palestinian deportees stranded in no man's land say they'll start a 24-hour hunger strike tomorrow to protest Israel's treatment of their people. Thurgood Marshall's flag-draped coffin lies in state in the Supreme Court building, only the 2nd justice to be honored in this manner. Marshall died Sunday at the age of 84. Black activist and Congressman Ron Dellums will replace Les Aspin on the House Armed Services Committee. Texas First City Bank will be sold to several buyers, including Texas Commerce Bank, which is picking up 5 First City locations, including the 2 largest in Dallas and Houston. While digging in his backyard, an Argentinian has discovered the remains of a whale believed to be 7 million years old. And Amtrak christened its new tilt technology passenger train with a trip between Washington and New York at 155 miles an hour. Around our world in a minute.
Well, speaking of fast, the good weather came and went.
Zippo, it's out of here. Take a look at our weather for today and what we can anticipate. 65 for a high today, 34 for a morning low. Very pleasant day with a few high clouds even. 81, the record high in 1975, and 12 degrees, the record low in 1963. Clouds have moved in Dallas at this hour. We are looking at cloudy skies. What you're looking at is a gorgeous sunset off of Santa Monica Pier. Oh, golly, if we were only there with a couple of tickets. 50 in Dallas, 54% south winds at 8, 30-16 and falling. Fort Worth reporting 53 degrees, 43% south at 8, 30-16, and the pressure is holding steady. Here's the satellite pictures. Hasn't changed a lot. What we are going to continue to see is this large cloud mass move across Texas, and as it does, it just kind of covers us up. It's going to keep us covered up for a couple of days. Here's what's going to happen. Upper level low pressure system moving in from the Pacific, bringing all the moisture with it. Cold air coming in from Canada, courtesy of an Alberta clipper that will probably be here rather early on a Friday morning. So tomorrow temperatures won't be too bad, but by Friday night into Saturday, things are going to change rather dramatically. So the clouds continue over the area. Just a slight little trough line out in New Mexico tonight is not going to figure into the action at all. 60-degree readings will certainly move toward the Metroplex tomorrow. We might be 1 or 2 degrees shy, depending on the cloud cover by tomorrow night. Again, not a bad evening. 30s will probably be in the low 40s, 42, 43 degrees around the Metroplex, but you'll notice some 20s are starting to pop up in the Texas Panhandle. So over the next 36 hours, Showers are going to start to develop tonight into tomorrow morning in West Texas as we get a little heating from on top and get that cold front moving in here. This cold front's probably just a bit early. It's going to help trigger some more scattered showers, especially tomorrow evening. And then by Friday into Friday night, we'll have an excellent chance for some more rain. The timing of that cold air and how long the moisture remains is going to be the secret as to just how much of a chance we may have for some freezing precipitation Friday night into Saturday. 12 degrees below zero, Gunnison, Colorado this morning. Clarice, John, and they're all in the right place. 81 degrees in Glendale. They're enjoying that beautiful weather. High temperatures tomorrow, 25 Minneapolis, 36 Chicago, 56 Houston. LA is going to cool down a little bit, but 70 is certainly not bad. And by tomorrow evening, we'll look for temperatures about -5 in Minneapolis. That cold air dives down toward us, 14 degrees expected in Denver. What about that Super Bowl forecast? Well, I warmed it up just a bit. Sunny and warm, might have some southeasterly breezes through the LA basin at about 72 degrees at kickoff time. For us for the next 5 days, we'd swap it for that anytime. Cloudy skies increase tomorrow, 59 for a high. Cooler on Friday. Showers stay in right through the weekend. And temperatures will be falling. They'll be cool enough, Clarice, that I think I'll have to drag out the old chili recipe for the Super Bowl. Wish you were here.
That sounds delicious. Thanks, Mike. Stay with us. Ahead on the road to the Super Bowl, Craig James talks live to defensive players Jim Jeffcoat and Vincent Smith on how they plan to stop those Bills Super Bowl Sunday.
Your Chrysler Plymouth dealers proudly announce the Chrysler Awards Celebration Sale going on now at the minivan store. For a limited time, you can buy Voyager, voted one of Motor Trend's 10 best domestic buys for only $199 a month. Equipped with automatic air, AM/FM stereo, driver's minivan airbag, and more. Now just $199 a month. Plus, save on all our minivans during the Chrysler Awards Celebration Sale going on now at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
See your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer now.
Have you noticed that keeping up with your competition has gotten tougher?
Morning, Pierre.
Well, maybe it's because your competition has gotten tougher to keep up with.
Good morning.
Because he's using Express Freighter from Federal Express. It's the only way to get shipments from around the world sent overnight by 10:30 the next morning. So don't wait until things get out of hand. Use Express Freighter from Federal Express.
Looking good is so important these days. So when I want a little exercise, I go to Blockbuster Video.
Cindy Crawford's Blockbuster workout.
First open the door. I suggest at least 3 reps. Then I always take a few laps around the store. Ooh, this looks good. Did you know you can burn calories just picking out videos at Blockbuster? Now that's what I call a workout.
Blockbuster Video!
Hey, nice Camry. Don't you love it? Are you kidding? I got a great deal.
I'm so excited!
It's time for you to get excited with Toyota. And the deals on Camry are something to get excited about. Right now, you can drive a new Camry for less than you thought. Now that's exciting.
And I think I like it.
There's never been a better time to get excited. So hurry to your Toyota dealer now, because deals this exciting just won't last.
Ride, ride, ride with the boys on Channel 4. Let's ride, ride, ride with the boys, those are cowboys. A riding again, let's ride.
Now back to California, home of the world's greatest hype, at least for this week or so.
And we love it. Hi, Craig.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Great.
I tell you want hype. I'll tell you about hype. We've got 3.5 days until Super Bowl Sunday. We're full of hype out here. Today, since we last have visited with you the last time, Steve Young, the quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers, he was named the Miller Lite NFL Player of the Year. Barely edges out Emmitt Smith of the Dallas Cowboys, their outstanding running back. And speaking of Emmitt Smith, today the players were back to work. There was no more time off. These guys went back to the practice field, and this is one of the things they wanted to do. Trust me, they got one thing on their mind now, and that's getting ready for the Super Bowl.
It's time to put this to an end. I believe after tomorrow will be my last day speaking to the media. And it'll be my last day doing any kind of personal interviews, so I just plan on just relaxing, enjoying spending some time with my family, concentrating on the game of football.
Well, we're talking football tonight. We've got two great guests that can tell us all about what the Buffalo Bills will do. Jim Jeffcoat and Vincent Smith. Jim, we'll start with you. The mood and the attitude of this team, what is it right now?
It's really focused, Craig. Right now, it's focused on what we have to do out there and how we have to play. We know we're going to have to play our best game of the year to defeat the Buffalo Bills.
One of the ways you'll have to do that, they've got an outstanding team when it comes to the screen pass. Let's go to the tape now and tell me what you're thinking as you try to defend the screen this weekend.
Well, the biggest thing we're thinking is that the screen pass is not defended by one player. It's defended by the team, the defensive team, and everybody has to try to get there and make a play.
Is it one of those, as a defensive lineman, you have to be cautious about how hard you get up the field?
Not really, because the defensive lineman's responsibility is to make Jim Kelly throw that pass as fast as he can so our defense can react to it.
Jim Kelly really not a guy that you have to worry about scrambling and run around the field, is he?
No, he's not in the, per se, like in our division, such as a Randall Cunningham or a Steve Young that's in the NFC. But he's an accurate passer. I think he's one of the top-rated passers in the NFL.
How do you compare him to some of the other quarterbacks you faced this year?
I compare him very favorably. He is definitely one of the elite quarterbacks. I think this is his fourth or fifth trip to the Pro Bowl, and that shows you how good he is. And he makes plays, and he wants to make plays. He's a competitor, and he always wants to be in a situation where he can win the game.
All right, now you've been saying all along you're pumped for this game. How excited, and what are you planning on doing Sunday?
I'm really excited. My wife, my kids are going to be here, and I'm really excited about that. My mother and father, and just one thing, honey, I'm large in L.A. But I'm really excited about the game. I'm ready for it to go.
All right, thank you, Jim. Let's go over now to Vincent Smith. We've heard about the screen. The screen is something that's really important. You got to stop it, but there's also something that comes off of that, the draw play.
Well, anytime you have a back such as Thurman Thomas or Davis, who could break a big play at any time, you have to be wondering what they're going to do to get those guys in the open field. And the draw play is probably one of the better plays for players like Emmitt Smith.